What's up everybody, Peter McKinnon here and welcome back to another video. Today is a tutorial, but I'm pumped about today's tutorial because it's one of my favorite things to do with the camera. It's how I started making money with photography. It's what got me a career for 7 years with the photography. It's what's continued to drive my career in photography now, and that is product photography. Now, before you Command W, I'm out. Product photography is incredible. There's so much more to it than just the way it sounds. It doesn't sound exciting. Like if you look, I did a video, I don't know, like 2-3 weeks ago called Night Photography, and I'll link it up there. Night photography sounds cool. It's like, yeah, we're shooting at night, it's dark, it's mysterious, night photography. But you're like, product photography, you just think of like blue jeans and like white runners and just like mundane things that suck. Like, oh, I'm a catalog photographer, just taking pictures of strollers and hockey nets and yep, just doing that. But product photography is amazing. There's so many ways to bring out your creativity and express yourself through the way that you show off a product. And that's for whatever it is that you're doing. And there's so many ways to monetize product photography. So that's today's video. It's gonna be incredible. I'm super pumped on this. I'm very, very, very excited. So let's roll that intro and then we'll get started. Whew. I also realized the beginning of this video was very intense. I came off very, very hot out of the gates, but this is something that, as you can visibly tell, I'm quite excited about. Let me give you like a super fast back history. I worked for a company for 7 years photographing all their products, okay? This company specialized in making custom decks of cards and different tricks and marketed things to the magic industry, magicians. We would sell to magicians and collectors and people that would collect the decks of cards for the different artists that we had design them. Super cool job. Super creative job, worked with a bunch of really cool down-to-earth people, and we had like complete free reign, so it was awesome. Now, one of the things that I got very, very good at was taking photos of products because that was my job. So the mail would come and there'd be a whole bunch of new stuff for me to shoot, and the boss, Brad, would be like, all right, like here are these things, these are the days we need them, like have at it, like whatever, if you need some budget for photography, here you go, like just like do your best. And like that was those were my guidelines. So like the sky was the limit. So when it came to actually shooting decks of cards or products, I would break everything down, no matter what I was shooting, into different sections. So I would talk about themes, textures, and props. Those three things usually yielded very good product photos. Maddie's on his way over. We're gonna do just that. I figured instead of just sitting here for the next 10 minutes and talking to you about it, which I could very easily do because I'm pumped. So here's the setup. Maddie's gonna just like browse through my office and choose two things. We only need like two. For me to photograph. Then we're gonna take those two things, go to the antique shop, and I'm going to try to look for some props, look for some things that like support those two items that he chose. So that's, this is fun. I'm excited for this, okay.
Any two things. Any two things. I mean, don't choose like the blanket that covers my window or anything like that. Sucks.
Can I?
Okay, so plug the merch.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Link in bio. Shameless plug.
Don't plug that now. Any two things here.
Any two things. I mean, everyone always gravitates towards this shelf of nonsense, but
yeah, there's so much.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to choose like two things. Well, maybe one thing that I could, because I suck at product photography. You're so good at this, so maybe one thing that like. Maybe would help me if I saw you doing it, and then maybe just random, two things, right?
Two things, yeah.
Random thing.
If we did like 4 things, this video would be like 40 minutes.
Yeah, so. Probably. I kind of want to choose this egg, but I feel like that might be too easy. It kind of looks cool already.
Yeah, I mean, but how do you make it look like really cool?
That's true. That's true. Let's go with this thing. I don't know what is this, man?
Wait, hold it in the light so I can see it. It's a puzzle.
What?
My friend Chris does a lot of puzzles on YouTube, and like
you're supposed to open it or something?
Yeah, I always buy them after he tells me to buy them. So
this thing looks random. I don't do this at least.
Okay, cool. So number one,
this thing.
Weird puzzle.
Weird thing. And to help me, I think let's do this. Is this a real can? No, this is fake.
It's plastic. You know who got me that? You know Ted Forbes, the Art of Photography channel on YouTube. He does cool stuff. You've never okay, so more of like an academic channel. Like he's really like into like the art of photography. It's great. But he sent me that. It actually works, but yeah, it does look super plasticky and.
Oh, it's like a film camera.
Yeah, hold it here so I can see it. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so like make that look super desirable and like you'd want to buy it.
Yeah, because like I have to take photos of cameras a lot of times and I have no idea what I'm doing. So.
Oh, for like thumbnails and stuff.
Yeah, thumbnails.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So plastic camera, weird cast iron puzzle. Okay, let's go buy stuff.
Let's do it.
This is my spot.
This is the best antique shop I've ever been to, run by the nicest people. All right, so you guys already saw the 2 items that I'm gonna photograph, the old plastic Holga camera and that weird little cast iron puzzle. So you know the items, so we're gonna go through here and pick what I think is going to accent those items to make really engaging, colorful, punchy, good product photos. So let's go pick some stuff. Okay, so one of the things that I look for a lot when I'm shooting stuff are textures, different like surfaces and textures that will match the item that I'm shooting. So for example, that little cast iron puzzle is like brass and looks really, really old. So like the first thing that stands out is this like old tin. What is this, like a cigarette tin or something? But look at the inside, like look how gunmetal and rusty that is. So this would look cool if it was like sitting on like an old crate and maybe there's some stuff coming out of it, like some old photographs, and like that puzzle was well lit. That's kind of like the mood that I'm thinking. So like when I have the object in mind, I walk around a place like this and try to find either like textures, environments, and then little props to kind of accent the main thing that we're photographing. An old brass padlock. There's no keys with it though. I could probably pick it. But the keys, if it had the keys, those would be good little accent items to kind of just like strew around, like, is that even a word? But like just mix and scatter around the main like little puzzle that we're trying to shoot. Look at these. Yes, I've always wanted one of these for like my bookshelf behind like where I film. Okay, this works, look at this. This is like an old, gross looking crate for ginger ale. Look at that. I love that it still has like the original paint on it. It's all like warped and gross, but texture is everything when you're doing product photos. Texture makes stuff look so much more like rich and inviting, and like it pulls you into the photo and tells a story. Everything about that photo just makes you feel good. It makes you feel like wonder and mystery, and those are all the types of things I try to pull out of products that I'm photographing, and especially a camera and like a vintage puzzle. It looks vintage, it's not, but I think having it on like the corner here with these old nails and like the little bit of red, both the camera and the puzzle would work well with this crate, so I'm going to buy it.
What are you checking out, Peter?
2 things. I just need some extra little like mindless props. So like a wrench, perfect, because it's old and rusted and looks dope, and it's just one of those things that gives texture. You get a shine off the steel here. It looks good. There's some like, I think it's an old Ford wrench, which is amazing. Made in Canada. I'll take it.
Hi guys, our original lens ball. Sweet.
Okay, picked all my items. Everything is conveniently fitting inside this crate, but I'm not gonna show you everything yet. You'll see it when we get home and we style some photos. Yeah, I'm excited. We always find good stuff here, always. Okay, now that we have our box of props, I can begin to set everything up and kind of stylize the little themed little set that I'm gonna build to take the photos of the objects that Maddie selected. We have our old vintage camera, that's number 1. Like an old pencil case. I liked the texture of this. I think that'll look good on camera. We have some old postcards and photographs that I'll take out of these sleeves and just kind of crumple up. Bought that old Ford wrench. An old, what is this, Pennsylvania trailer, super rusty license plate. Again, texture is everything. This has plenty of it. And then we got this little tin that we looked at right at the beginning, and then the box itself. Okay, so all in all, this was like $100. Now, you don't have to spend that much money, but these are props that you will have forever unless you throw them out. So you can reuse them and use them in other photographs and other projects on sets and films. They're props, so you can use them whenever you would need props. The other bonus is I have this crate, so I just keep all this stuff in this crate, throw this in the basement, and then whenever I need something, I can go down there, check, see if I have something that works. If I don't, whatever. If I do, it's probably gonna be in this box, which also doubles as its own prop. So now it's time to stylize and set up this shot. Item number 1.
All right, so this is essentially the setup for the shot. We got that tin half open. We got the texture of the inside of the tin right here. We got this nice texture of this old school pencil case. These are the strings that close the pencil case that just look cool, kind of loosely just hanging out right there. We got the wrench in there for added kind of industrial, gritty look and feel. And then we got the box itself, the old school box with the nice window light kind of hitting the side of that bronze. And maybe we'll shoot it in this way with a macro, and it should look something like this. So again, as you can see, like, I'm not trying to make this video super cinematic. I'm trying to show you guys how raw things can be when you're taking even professional photographs. Like, you don't need to be in a big ass studio. You don't need to have fake mist and crazy lights. Like, I am literally chilling on my kitchen floor right now with a box that I just bought from an antique shop, but it is doing the job, and it is doing the job well. And this is the scene I ended up going for that I liked the most with the camera. I flipped the box back around, used this as kind of like the background, covered the wood at the bottom with this bag, this license plate, and put these on the floor so that you didn't see my hardwood when I actually shot the frame. But the reason I chose this angle is because I liked the way the light was hitting the lens here, coming in from the door. I liked that it was hitting this lens real nice. So this frame kind of cropped in tight with that macro lens. And that ended up looking the best for me.
Just noticed I was holding my kid earlier and she was just drooling on my shirt here. Just whatever. Now, I've told you guys this story before. The whole reason this relationship exists, the whole reason, I'm able to use this logo and put the Canadian maple leaf dead center, which is super cool. These are also, you know, shameless plug, these dope wall flags are available in his shop, but I just Logan Paul'd you guys. The whole reason this relationship even started was because I was confident in my product photography, and he started a business selling coffee and merchandise and accessories and stuff like that, and I bought everything that he owned in the shop. I bought it all, and I started doing my version of product photography and then posting it to my Instagram and tagging him in every single photo. And he didn't respond right away, but I just kept doing it. I kept taking photos, making them as best as I could, applying these types of techniques until he finally saw what I was doing and was like, can I repost some of these? And then when we finally got a dialogue going, I was able to say to him, hey, I'm willing to do this for you if you want, for a trial run to see if it's something that you like. And then if it is, moving forward, maybe this is something that you can start paying me to do and sending me new products and I'll photograph them. And that's how our relationship started. Okay, that's it. I think this video has been like 45 minutes long. I know this was a long one, but if you're into photography and you're here to learn and you really want to take this to the next level and make it something that's more than just a hobby, I think this is the kind of video that you would benefit from. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some of these tips and maybe implement them into your own style and your own work as a photographer. I think there's something here for everybody. If not, whatever, thanks for hanging out. But if you like this video, hit that like button, smash it if that's something that you're into. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, that goes
But this
in.
has to push back
How
somehow.
does this collapse? Is this mirror pop up?
Oh, here, I got it.
Flip
This
this way?
Oh,
squeezes
yeah,
in.
you squeeze
Okay.
it, yeah.
So there's a little button
nailed
right
it.
here.
Yeah.
So that'll squeeze all the way in,
Yes.
and then push
Super
this in
cool.
No, push them
down.
like that.
Right.
And
Wait,
then
like
it
what? Like
really-
what?
You just kind of push them back, and
Cool.
you'll feel it.
Just force it, right?
Yes, yeah.
No.
It clicks. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I got it.
And then it just closes up.
Cool. I'm gonna have no idea what to do when I get home, but it'll be funny.